The School of Flavius. Quintus ad ludum lente ambulat et saepe consistit, sed Horatia celerita procedit. Quintus walks to school slowly and often stops, but Horatia proceeds quickly. Prior ad ludum advenit, et puella salutat, quae prope Januam manent. She arrives at school first and greets the girls who are waiting near the door. Longum colloquium cum Julia facit, puella valde pulchra. She holds a long conversation with Julia, a very pretty girl. Quintus in via amicum videt, nomine Gaium, eum vocat. Quintus sees a friend on the road, Gaius by name. He calls him. Gaius ad ludum festinat, sed ubi Quintum audit, consistit, et quid facis Quinte inquit? Gaius is hurrying to school, but when he hears Quintus, he stops and says, "What are you doing, Quintus?" "Festinare debes, sero ad ludum venis, ego festino." "You ought to hurry. You are coming to school late. I, for one, am hurrying." Quintus responded, "Non sero venimus Gaii." Quintus responds, "We are not coming late, Gaius." Gaium iubet manera. He orders Gaius to wait. Ille anxius est, sed manet. That boy is anxious, but he waits. Iteque Quintus et Gaius lente ad ludum procedunt. And so Quintus and Gaius slowly proceed to school. Cetere pueri iam absunt. The rest of the children are already there. Magister e Janua exit, et eos iubet intrare et sedera. The teacher goes out of the door and orders them to enter and sit down. Pueri ludera cupiunt, puellae laborare. The boys desire to play, the girls to work. Magister ubi nec Quintus nec Gaium videt, iratus est, et clamat. The teacher, when he sees neither Quintus nor Gaius, is angry and shouts, "Cur non adsunt Quintus et Gaius? Cur sero veniunt?" Why are Quintus and Gaius not here? Why are they coming late? Tandem intrant Quintus et Gaius, et magistrum salutant. At last Quintus and Gaius enter and greet the teacher. Sed ille clamat, "Cur sero venitus, mali pueri estis." But he shouts, "Why are you coming late? You are bad boys." Iubet eus celerita sedera. He orders them to sit down quickly. Diu sedent pueri et magistrum audiunt. For a long time the children sit and listen to the teacher. Diu clamat magister et litteras docet. For a long time the teacher shouts and teaches the letters. Pueri litteras in tabulis scribunt. The children write the letters onto their tablets. Magister tabulas spectat et litteras corrigit. The teacher looks at the tablets and corrects the letters. Decimus puer magnus et stultus litteras aegri discit. Decimus, a large and stupid boy, learns his letters with difficulty. Magister eum iubet tabulam ad se fera. Tabulam spectat. The teacher orders him to bring the tablet to him. He inspects the tablet. Decime, inquit, asinus es, litteras non recte scribis. He says, Decimus, you are an ass. You are not writing your letters correctly. Decimus, eras magister, inquit, asinus non sum. Decimus says, you are wrong, sir. I am not an ass. Litteras recte scribo, ecce. I am writing my letters correctly. Look. Litteras iterum scribit. He writes the letters again. Sed Flavius impudens est decime, inquit, et asinus. Litteras non recte scribis. But Flavius says, you are impudent, Decimus, and an ass. You are not writing your letters correctly. Diu laborant pueri. The children work for a long time. Tandem Julia. Diligenta laboramus magister, inquit. Litteras bene scribimus. Feci sumus. Itaque debes nos domum demitera. At last, Julia says, we are working hard, sir. We are writing our letters well. We are tired. Therefore, you ought to send us home. Flavius eam benigne spectat. Flavius looks at her kindly. Ita vero, inquit, diligenta laboratis pueris. He says, yes, you are working hard, children. Itaque vos iubeo domum abira. Therefore, I order you to go off home. Ceteri laeti domum festinant, sed Flavius decimum iubet in ludo manera. The rest happily hurry home, but Flavius orders Decimus to stay in school. Tu, Decime, inquit, debes litteras iterum scribere. As for you, Decimus, he says, you ought to write your letters again. Itaque decimus in ludo miser sedet, dum ceteri in via ludunt. And so Decimus sits miserable in school, while the rest play on the road.